Hey, welcome to Graphic Policy Television, GPTV. I'm right in my hands is Meesh the Bad Demon, The Secret of the Fang. This is by Michelle Lamb. Part 2 of a series. I don't know if there's going to be a third one, but there is definitely a book before it. And I will have to say that for those who have read that book, you'll probably enjoy the second one much more than I did. It is very much a part 2 of the story. It's a story about, like, fairies, demons, and then fairy demons? Or is it fairies or demons and then... I don't know. That part I'm a little confused about. But I'm sure explained a lot better in that first book. But we learned that basically the villains from the first book are back and they're here to destroy a city. So it's a bunch of kids to go and save the city. You learn a whole bunch of background, and it's actually really interesting for, like, a kid's story. Like, the motivations of the villain are pretty deep. Like, it gets into some, like, segregation type stuff. Like, it's really, really interesting with, we'll say, echoes of Germany in 1930s. It's kind of intriguing like that. Like, it's a pretty... There's some depth on that one. But it's good. I mean, kids need to learn about, not necessarily horrors of World War II at a young age, but, you know, the whole don't blame others for things that go wrong lesson. That is really what's kind of at the heart of this graphic novel. And, you know, it's kind of got, like, an interesting world, I think. Like, there's a mix of, like, technology and magic and cities and clouds and demons and fairies and people that can change into wolves and trees that talk and lasers. Yeah, it's a weird mix of a world. As I said, like, if I read the first book, I probably would have enjoyed the second book much more. You know, I just think there's a lot probably from that first book to pick up and understand the second one a bit more. Like, it doesn't go and spend a lot of time kind of catching readers up, if that makes sense. So, you know, it's one that I think's really for the folks who've already been reading this. But that being said, I'd say, like, 10 to 12 would be the age range, and, I mean, I like the second book enough to recommend and say, like, hey, go check out the first book. I imagine that one's going to be pretty good, and then check out the second book. So, yeah, it's not one to dive into, but I think it's good enough for me to, like, learn from this to say, hey, the first one's probably pretty good to go check out. There's also some interesting background of, like, how the creator of this went and came about creating the story, which I think is really neat. You know, just a few pages kind of sketching out the process that, you know, kids might enjoy and maybe spark their own imagination. You can go get this. This is out now in shops. We got a link beneath this video. Put in your zip code. It'll tell the shops near you. No shop, no problem. We do have some links where you can purchase your own. There'll be affiliate links, so we do get a small percentage, and by doing that, you'll support our site. So thank you. And speaking of support, I want to thank Random House Kids for hooking us up with the review copy, and of course, thank you all for watching. If you are into comics, you're into graphic novels, check us out every day at graphicpolicy.com. We're on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Tumblr, Instagram, TikTok, Mastodon, Threads, Blue Sky, all at Graphic Policy, keeping it nice and consistent. Until next time, keep reading those comics and keep it geeky. Hey, thanks for watching the previous video from Graphic Policy Television. Just by watching, you help support our site. Thank you so much. Now, if you're watching these videos, you probably care about geeky things like movies, television, comic books, toys, games, video games, you name it. You can go and subscribe right now to our YouTube channel to stay in touch and catch all the new videos, or check out our website at graphicpolicy.com. There's a nice link on this end of the video. But as always, thank you for watching. Keep on rocking and keep it geeky.